how has AI influenced the creativity, right, process in the industry like art, music, and writing, right? So
Yo, it's crazy because with AI, like it's hard to tell now like what's real and what's not. Like even with music too, you hear something and it's like, yo, it actually sounds like the artist that that they playing,
That's
and
what's
it's really
dangerous.
not. It's really just AI. But like freaking ChatGPT, when ChatGPT came out, right, and it was November 2022. So now that makes 2 years with ChatGPT being out. That like when it first came out, it was like the world's fastest growing consumer application in America. Like it grew rapidly because everybody was just like, "Yo, like what is this new AI?" And I really feel like it just depends like how you use it.
Yeah, I mean it's a great collaboration between human and machine type shit. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you can't dig into that creative space in your brain, so you need that little boost from AI.
that I'm with 100%.
You know, that to give you that little, like, I bet. Oh, okay, I got you now. Let me say it this way. You know what I mean? Because you ain't got nobody behind you next to you to help you out. So why not go to ChatGPT and tell you, like, yo, how would you reference this?
Right.
You know what I mean? They'd be like, oh, we'll break it down like this. And you'd be like, oh, okay, I see a bigger picture of it.
Yeah, that I ain't gonna lie. Like, I'll tell you a little story, right? This was like 2 years ago. I promise you, bro. Like 2 years ago, maybe 3. But my man, I was talking to my man, and he's like, shout out KK, bro. Like, he was like, yo, he used to do stocks and all that, but he was telling me about an AI program that gets the stocks and all that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, but it was on some underground shit first.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
I'll hear like ChatGPT. You saying that ChatGPT. What the fuck is that shit? Like, so now you hear like, yo, you curious, like, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What is this chat thing? So he been telling you for long, but then when I saw that come out, I'm like, wow. Now it makes sense of what he was saying before. Like, you start hearing these things,
Yeah.
you don't really believe, like, you don't believe it, or you might say you never experienced it, you never seen this, so you don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
how it
like
is.
it was new to a lot of people, and like unless like you somebody like your man's was in the stock market, then you see like how the market like what's growing and what's not. So it's easy to see like what the hell was growing at that time. But like at that time, it was new to everybody though. Like when it really first started, like when it first came out, it was new to everybody.
Nobody know how to use it.
Yeah, exactly. So people was using it for the good, but then people was also using it for the bad, right? So
And that's like anything else in the world too.
yeah,
man.
exactly. Somebody's gonna find a way to use something.
Yeah.
But
Everything in the world got a yin and a yang.
Exactly. So with that being said, right, I ain't noticed until now, but Biden, he actually had like a AI executive order to create like safeguards for ChatGPT.
Oh shit.
Yeah, because sometimes like somebody would write something and ChatGPT would give a response, but it's like in like hate speech,
Okay.
like toxic speech.
Also got like keywords not to
Yeah. So like
apply.
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
know that. That's
So
good
like
to know.
even
At
the
least.
president, like even like the president was getting like into AI, like, yo, what's this now? What's coming out? You know, so that's when things really started to shift, and it was like, all right, like let's really start putting some rules on his AI.
yeah,
now.
yeah.
He's not just gonna let it like just come out and then like everybody's just using it all crazy. They like, all right, let's control this. Let's control the
Got some
situation.
FCC type shit rules
Yeah.
and all that.
Yeah,
Right?
it's funny he says that because a lot of people do say that humans control AI. So outcomes depend on how the tools are used and how you verbalize what you write on ChatGPT and shit like that. Because you never know, it might become from somebody else from India or something who wrote it for you.
Nah, that's crazy. Nah, that's wild. Yo, man, that's that fast, bro. Like, all right, give me this. Like, god damn, man, you fucking you good. You good.
Yeah. But like one of those orders though, that I mean, one of the rules that he had in those orders was like to protect customer privacy. Because you got to, it's like anything else in this world. Like you got to protect your email, you know, your passwords. So it was like that. It was one
And
of them was
especially with things
protecting-
like that.
Yeah, exactly. And then the other one was it was advancing equity and civil rights, right? Because you had landlords and federal contractors to help avoid AI algorithms, and it was basically like how I was saying before, like with the discrimination and hate speech. So they really put a rule down for that. Like, yo.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah, you have to, man. Like,
we
people
can't
could
be
use that shit as, you know, some very bad evil, man. Like, and I think without those rules and regulation, like, you know, you obviously you can still use shit, but let's just not be naive about it. You can still use it for your bad, right? But for some evil type shit, like,
It's true.
you know what I'm saying? Like, that's different. Like,
I mean, that's the whole thing I hate about the one thing I hate about the AI thing, not the evil part of
super evil.
Yeah, the negative usage of it. Like, why would you want to play a prank on somebody and use their person's voice and say that they got
right.
kidnapped and shit like that? You know what I'm saying? That's the worst. You know, you don't want to hear that shit.
Yeah, I remember when we had spoke on our topic, like in the beginning of this podcast, I spoke about how somebody used the AI voice, the same exact voice as if like their child was stolen, right? That was the story.
Kidnapped, yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And so that's one thing too, man. Like, and I'm glad you even brought that up because that's something to be aware of, man. Like, AI is good, but then people use it as for their advantages and all that shit. And to record something like a voice and use that, to calling somebody, got the prank, like not even a prank, so like call them and ask them, like tell them they want a ransom because I got your daughter or your kid. Look, now you believe in this shit, like it's crazy, man. Like, and that's scary. That's scary. That could lure you into doing other things behind just that little piece right there.
That's what I mean. So true. That's one thing I hate about that shit. I mean, it has its like I said, using artificial intelligence has its pros and cons for all things. Like it enhances creativity in my eyes. You know what I'm saying?
I think it does. Damn, see, that's the shit, bro. Like,
nah, it's hard. Like,
it does and it don't.